You know, people are often a little shocked when I say that Berseria isn't in my top 5 Tales games. I liked Berseria just fine, but in combination with a few other questionable decisions, Berseria completely ruined the skit system. And now that Vesperia Definitive is here, it's time to reminisce. Remember when skits were skits? Tales has a lot of defining features, and while some of them have changed significantly over the years, the skit system has largely stuck true to its fantastic beginnings. And then Berseria happened. Skits have always been one of my favourite aspects of Tales. They're short, they're often funny, and there are even cohesive skits that string together into a little mini story of their own. Skits are a fantastic way to add personality to the characters and really bring them to life. This is essentially what they always have been, but you'll notice that almost none of those descriptors are accurate when looking at the skits in Berseria. They're long. Humour is much more scarce as it's used more to regurgitate plot points. Skits don't string together in a mini-story because in Berseria they'd rather just read you a 500-page story in a single skit. Here's an average skit from Vesperia. I'm going to play it in full, but don't worry, it'll last just as long as it needs to not disrupt the flow of this video.
Yuri, is this dog yours?
Yeah, he's my partner, Rapide.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too. Did you actually understand what Rapide was saying?
No.
Yeah, I guess that was a stupid question.
And this is the part where I was going to play you an average skit from Berseria. Instead, it's playing right now as I furiously skip the text in-game. This skit is so long that even spamming the next button through all the text, it still lasts longer than playing the skit from Vesperia in its entirety. This is not a skit. Almost none of the skits in Berseria are skits. They are 3 to 5 minute long cheap substitutes for real cutscenes. Skits have always been short because they pop up all the time, and it's important to consider the flow of the game. Berseria feels so stop-start because you're constantly sitting through a 5-minute skit per 10 minutes of gameplay. Worst of all is that they completely dropped one of the best features in Zestiria, which was characters talking to each other and interacting in a quirky skit-like way, but doing it while you were just walking around, solving puzzles and whatnot. Think back to the Wind Temple.
It totally gets the job done, that spinning mist thing.
It's the wind trial after all.
Dezel, you realize she's not going to stop unless you say something else, right?
This is the kind of evolution that worked. There were still traditional skits in Zestiria, and they were perhaps a tad longer than they had been in the past, but they moved a lot of the short ones to happen organically during gameplay. Playing Vesperia Definitive over the past week really brought home why I love the Tales series, but it also has made me lament so many things that have been completely ruined or simply eradicated from the series entirely. Decent dungeon design, an overworld, and yes, a real skit system where skits are actually skits. But hey, let's be a bit more positive. How are you enjoying Vesperia Definitive so far? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for the liking, subscribing, and the sharing!
And I'll see you all soon.